So we have ourselves a working mini rocket. It's super cool, and yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Wazz, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build this working mini rocket inside a Build for Treasure. So basically what it is, as you can see, it's this little mini rocket that you can sit on, and you can drive this thing around, and it's super cool because it'll fly above the ground, and it will emit like fire out of the back, and it just looks really cool, and it's just super simple. And yeah, that's actually really all I have to say about this thing. So without any further ado, let's get straight into how to build it. Alright guys, to build this thing, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a wooden rod on the ground just like this. And before we start, I just want to tell you, you are going to need the screwdriver tool, and I recommend having the scale tool. Now you don't necessarily need the scale tool, it's not necessary, but I highly recommend it to build this anyways, because it won't look too, it just won't look too good if you don't have the scale tool. But the screwdriver tool is necessary anyways. We're going to get right back into it. You're going to place down a wooden pole on the ground. Anchor block, it doesn't matter because you're going to have the screwdriver tool if you're building this anyway, so you can just unanchor it later. So just build this whole thing anchored, and we'll unanchor it later. So you're going to place down a wooden rod just like this, and now you're going to grab out your titanium block. I recommend using titanium because it's heavy and it won't make this thing like wobble around. The heavier the better. You could use titanium, or if you don't have a lot of that, you could be using this this block, obsidian I guess it's called. So yeah, let's go ahead and build out this thing just like this, and we're gonna make a big plus on the ground. Now it doesn't have to be this big, but you can make it as big as you want. It just makes it more stable if you make it bigger. This isn't perfect. You can see it's not perfect. For some of you are probably getting annoyed because of it, like one side's probably like a little bit too long. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and place a block right in the middle. Now if you can't place a block in the middle, if it's like this, if it's like offset a little bit, oh hold on, that's not a good example. Let me break it on purpose. Hold on. I gotta break it purposefully. So yeah. Oh, I can't break it purposefully. Okay. Anyways, if you can't place the block directly in the middle, just go ahead and scale one of the sides out, just like about half a block, and then you should be able to place it in the middle, just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and go up a bit, just like this. Now this is how high your rocket's gonna go off the ground. You can make it as high or as low as you want. It doesn't really matter. Just again, if your foundation's small, don't make it like this high or it'll just fall over. Anyways, I'm gonna make it about that high. Now once you have that, you're gonna place the servo exactly how I placed one. You're gonna place it just like this, with this side facing back, and just like this, just exactly like this. Okay, you're gonna place the servo exactly like this. If you place it reversed, it'll go the wrong way, so just place it exactly like that. Now once you have the servo, we're gonna go ahead and build all the mechanical stuff, and it's actually really simple because you don't have to do any keybinds or anything. So what you're going to do is you're just going to place down your boat motors. I like to put about 3 on. I don't know if you can do 1. I just do 3. I know 3 works, so I would do 3 boat motors. So now we're going to go ahead and do a couple settings. We're just going to change one setting. All we got to do is click the servo angle, set it to 20, and that's all you have to do. And also, yeah, actually, that's really all you have to do. Now, I'm going to build my rocket. Since that usually takes a bit of time, I don't think you guys really need to watch me build my rocket. You can build your rocket however you want. You can build it like mine or however you want. It's basically, just don't build it too big because the servo can only hold so much weight. So yeah, I'm going to try to do like a time lapse. If that doesn't work, I'll just cut to it. So yeah, I'm going to go build my rocket, and I'll be right back as soon as I'm done with that. Alright guys, I am back, and I don't know if I did a time lapse. It just depends if I'm able to like figure it out, because time lapses are kind of weird with the editor I use. But anyways, if it may have been a time lapse, it may have just been a cut. Anyways, I am back, and I built my rocket. I just built a super simple one. You can make it a bit more detailed if you want. You could add like neon blocks, just make it look cool, or you could just do something simple like this. Now anyways, once you have your rocket, just place a car seat on it, and there's actually no keybinds you have to do at all. Once you have that, you don't have to do this, but it makes it look a lot cooler. I just take a torch and I put it on the end of the rocket, just like this, so it looks like that, and then I make it invisible for that cool particle effect, just like that, and it will trail fire particles. It's just a cool little effect you can add. And yeah, so once you have this, you're going to go ahead, get out the screwdriver tool, and you're going to hold shift or control on your keyboard. You can hold either one, and you're just going to click all of this stuff, everything basically below the rocket itself, including the servo. You're just going to make this all invisible by turning up the transparency to 100. And now all this bottom stuff should be invisible. Now, since we did build this anchored, this is where I'm going to unanchor it, and you can just save it in a slot. I'm going to save it in my test slot. And now that you have this, that is actually the rocket build completed. It's a pretty simple build. Now, once you have this whole thing built, you can go ahead, grab yourself a jetpack and jump up here, or you can just eat candy. It doesn't have to be a jetpack. Anyway, just get up here. You can sit in your chair if you can actually sit in your chair. Hold on. My animation pack makes it annoying sometimes, and I'll delete the jetpack. And there we go. As you can see, we have ourselves a working rocket. When you turn, it kind of leans. That's just a little cool effect that I like to add to these things, so it's not just like perfectly still. It has a little bit of motion to it, and it just looks really cool. And it's since we built it out of titanium, it's not like if you go back and forth, it doesn't like wobble around or bounce around. It's perfectly stable. And if I go ahead and make this all visible, you can see how this is actually working. The servo is just controlling which way we go, and you can see the torch. Hold on, let's make the torch invisible just for now. Hold on, make the torch invisible. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, we have ourselves a working little rocket. Now, I'm going to make everything invisible one more time. I probably should not have made everything visible, but I think I have it all selected, so we can just go ahead and do that. And yeah, so we have ourselves a working mini rocket. It's super cool, and yeah, I highly recommend building this. It's just a super easy build. It's very simple, and it's pretty cool to have one of these. You can just fly around to people, and they will have no idea how you built it, because I don't know, it's just not a thing you'll see all the time, like just this tiny little rocket flying around. Plus this little, whatever it's called, the fire effect is really cool looking. So yeah, that's really going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.